Okay, we're looking at number 24 on page 282. Negative 2, 2, and 1, 0. Okay, so there is a line that comes through here. Looks something like this. And they want us to write an equation of this line. So what do I need to write the equation of this line? And good. The slope and the y-intercept. Now usually you can just look at it and find the y-intercept. Can you do that on this problem?
Maybe.
You can guesstimate. What do you think the slope is on this? Oh, sorry, what do you think the y-intercept is on this problem?
2. Maybe 1.
What does the line cross the y-axis?
Oh.
3,
Oh, y-intercept. Oh.
3, 4.
Yeah, so you can kind of guess, but you're not sure. But, so we can't use that anymore. Can we tell the slope of the line by the graph? We can still do that, right? We can do rise over run from that. And I think they even draw arrows on that problem to help do rise over run. So if we're traveling from this point to this point, how much do I have to rise? How much do I go up? 2. So I go up 2, and then I run how many? From here I run?
-3.
I go left 3. So I rise 2, and I run -3, which would make my slope what?
2 over -3.
Right, or -2/3. Does my line have a negative slope? Look at the line. Step back. Does that line have a negative slope? Yes, because it falls from left to right. So -2/3 would be an acceptable slope. All right, so now I know M. Now I need to find what?
B.
B, because to write an equation in slope and intercept form, I need
M and B.
M and B. And I just found M, so now I need to find B. So what am I going to do?
Find the point.
I'm going to find a point somewhere. What is the value of this point, they tell me? -2, 2. Right? You're going to take this, -2, 2, use this point and this slope to do what we just did. Okay? To where you're going to plug in, this is your x value, this is your y value, this is your m value, plug it in to solve for b. So let's go ahead and do that. So if this is x, and this is y, and this is m, and we're filling it into y equals mx plus b. So what would my y value be? 2 equals, what's my slope? -2/3 times x is
-2.
plus b. So I'm going to solve for b. So -2/3 times -2 would be, anybody?
I know.
4/3 positive. 2/1. Comes out right. How do I solve for b?
Get it by itself.
Subtract 4/3. Subtract 4/3. So 2 minus 4/3. Make this common denominator. This is 2/1. So I need to multiply top and bottom by
3.
3. So this would be 6/3 minus 4/3, which would give me
2/3.
2/3. Now looking at the graph, is 2/3 a reasonable y-intercept?
Yes.
Okay. If I had gotten -2 as my y-intercept, would that have been reasonable?
Yes. Wait.
Why is 2/3 a reasonable y-intercept? Where does the line cross the y-axis?
At negative. Oh, the y-axis. Oh.
Between what?
1 and 0.
0 and 1. So my y-intercept, I'm going to look back at the graph and say, hey, let's make sure, because if I had gotten -2, does the line cross the y-axis at -2? Not even close. So I know my value is wrong. So you can use the graph to check yourself. So the graph, everyone looks at the graph and goes, oh no, it's more complicated. The graph can help you check yourself. So once you find b, check at the graph and say, well, is that 2/3? Does that look about 2/3?
Yes.
Yeah. So good. So 2/3. So now I know my slope is negative 2/3, and my y-intercept is 2/3. So what would my equation be? If here's my b and here's my m, what's my equation going to be?
Y equals -2/3 x.
I do my slope. Y equals negative 2/3. X goes there plus
2/3.
2/3. And there's my equation from a graph.
What was it wrong?
Okay.
Catch that.